So our lesson today, 5th grade, has to do with a coordinate grid. And for what we're going to do today with a coordinate grid, we are only going to be working with positive numbers. As you get older, you will work with coordinate grids that involve both positive and negative numbers. But for what we're doing today, we will only deal with positive numbers. Now, a couple things I want to point out. First of all, you see that 0. That is the point of origin. The point of origin has an ordered pair of 0, 0. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about ordered pairs, how we write ordered pairs. But this is 0, 0, meaning it is right at the beginning. Or when we actually get a full coordinate grid, when you start working as you get older in the next couple years, it'll be the point right in the middle. But since we're only dealing with positive numbers, we're going to go right here on the x-axis. On the x-axis, that's when y is 0. X is how far you go left or right. Y is how far you go up and down. When you describe an ordered pair, you always put the x-axis number first, which is how far right or left the number is. You always put the y-axis number second, which is how far up or down the number is. Now, for what we're doing today, you will only be going right and only be going up because we will only work with positive numbers. Now, so you get an idea about what you're going to be doing on the assignment today. The first part is going to give you a coordinate grid like this. And there's already going to be points plotted on the grid like I have here. You see I have point A, you see I have point B, and you see I have point C. They are already plotted there for you. And on your paper, if you've already looked at it, you will see that the first part gives you a grid much like this with the ordered pairs already plotted. And your job is then to write what ordered pair is represented by the letter. So first we have point A. Now, like I said, an ordered pair is always written with a parentheses, and then it's the X number, and then it's the Y number. So that is the format you use for writing an ordered pair. So how do we relate that to point A? So if I'm going to come over here, I'm going to write A, and I'm going to write my parentheses, and then I'm going to go back to my grid, and I'm going to figure out, okay, where is this on the coordinate grid? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is look at the x-axis. I look at the x-axis and I say, okay, here's 0. Then I count over on the x-axis and I get to 1. And I see that A is on this line here. It's on the x-axis and it's at 1. How far to the right? I went 1. So my first number is going to be a 1. Then I go on to my y-axis, which is this one here that goes up and down. And I think, how far up did I go to get A? Well, I went to 1, 2. Okay? And so I put a 2 for the y-axis, and that is 1, 2. Now I go to point B, which is this one right here. I go to my x-axis, and I think, okay, I'm going over. It's there. It's at 3. So for B, the first thing I'm going to write down for the x-axis is 3. Then I go to my y-axis for B, I go up, and I see, oh, it's there at 4. That's where it is. So I'm going to put 4, then I'm going to close the parentheses, and the ordered pair for B is 3, 4. My final one is C. I go over on my x-axis, and I realize, well, I keep counting over. It's here with the 5. So when I come over here for the C, I realize that the first number is going to be 5. Then I think, well, how far did it get up on the y-axis? Well, it didn't go up at all. It's actually still on the line for 0, as I can see, right along the x-axis. So I put a 5, 0. And so when you already know the points and it asks you to find the ordered pair, you're going to write it like that in that form, x, y. Now, when I go to my second graph here, this part is a little bit different. This time your assignment is giving you a blank graph. There's no points on it. As you can see on this graph, there are nothing plotted. I have my x-axis, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have my y-axis going all the way up to 9. And over here I have my 3 ordered pairs. I have A, which is going to go at 2, 7. B, which is going to go at 3, 3. C, which is going to go at 5, 6. So let's start with A. Doesn't really matter what order we do them in, but we may as well show that we know the alphabet. Let's start with A, and we're going to go to 2, 7. Now remember, when I write an ordered pair, and I'm going to write it down here for you again, it's always X, Y. So it's the X coordinate first, the Y coordinate second. Mr. Swack will be reminding you of that in math lessons to come, and even in future grades. Okay, you will hear about X first, Y second. So A is 2, 7. So I think about, well, I got to go X first. So I'm going to go to my X axis and I'm going to go to 2. I know that the A needs to go on this line with the 2. But then it says I've got to go up 7. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to come up here with the 7. Well, there's 7. There's 2. So I can see that 2, 7 is going to go right there. And that's going to be point A. Then I go to B, and I see B is well supposed to be 3, 3. So I'm going to go to my x-axis, 3. I ran out of a little room down there, so I wrote the 3 down here. But then I go up to my y-axis, 3, and I bring those together, and that's going to be right there. That is 3, 3. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to make a circle. I'm going to put B, and that's where B is going to go. The last one is C. C is at 5, 6. So once again, going to my x-axis, there's 5, and then I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put my dot there. That's going to be point C. And that is how you plot. When you don't have the points already on there, you know the ordered pairs. That is how you plot the points. All right? Talk to you later, 5th graders. Have a good day.